everyone, this is Calvin Castine. We're at the Rouses Point Rec Center on Saturday, December 5th for the finals in the annual Cougar Classic Hockey Tournament. Opening season tournament here for Northeastern. In tonight's game, they will be playing Mount St. Joseph's in the championship finals. Mount St. Joseph's came away last night with a 6-4 win over the Mount Assumption Mounties, Bill Bayshores club from Plattsburgh, while the Cougars took a 9-3 win against the Saratoga team. Both teams advanced. They're here in the finals. Our play-by-play man tonight will be Paul Conover. We'll be right back following these few brief messages. We're back at the Rouses Point Rec Center for the Cougar Classic Championship game featuring Northeastern Clinton and Mount St. Joseph's. We'll be turning the microphone over now to our play-by-play man, Mr. Paul Conover, and his sidekick tonight, Chuck Cato. We are back at the Rouses Point Rec Center here for the championship game in the annual Cougar Classic Hockey Tournament on this Saturday afternoon, December 5th. Matchups, as our play-by-play man Paul Conover will explain in a minute, Northeastern versus Mount St. Joseph's, both winners of the first round action. I can't think of any place I'd rather be right now than freezing my toes off here at the Rouses Point Rec Center. Now to give us the play-by-play, our commentator tonight, Paul Conover.
And the two captains from both teams have just split up with a center edge confrontation with the official on what he expects from both teams in this game. And both teams are lined up on their respective goal lines. Starting a goal for the Cougars, Mike Glad. Forward number 3, Steve Wagner. Forward number 4, Mark Duffy. Forward number 19, Chad Welch. On defense, number 11, Jason Favreau. And on defense, number 17, Mike Zerlo, as the rest of the Cougars skate to their respective blue lines. For Mount St. Joe's, number 1, Jim Baraldi. On forward, number 16, Brett Stickney. Forward, number 8, Dalton Gustafson. Forward, number 10, Jim Larkin. Defense, number 2, Mike Larkin. Defense, number 3, Chris Ladebouche. Now we'll have the playing of our national anthem. Oh, I guess we won't. Okay, we're getting ready for the starting face-off of the championship game of the 4th annual Cougar Classic between the Cougars Northeastern and Mount St. Joseph's High School. It's a face-off. Duffy wins the face-off. Number 10, Larkin into the zone, shoots. Blocked by the defense. It's cleared by number 11, Jason Favreau. Chad Welch up the side to Mark Duffy. Cleared away by the defense. Zerlo working along the board. Cleared by the Northeastern forward. Duffy working diligently. Duffy has the puck. Sweeped. Number 10, Larkin from Mount St. Joe's breaks down into the Cougar zone and knocked away by the defense. Still has it. We have a penalty. Penalty is to number 3, Steve Wagner, for cross-checking. Cougars will be down a man for a minute and a half. Robbie Francis and John Bushy come onto the ice for the Cougars. Set for the face-off. Cougars win it. Shot, miss. Fighting along the board, the shot from the point. Save by Glad, it's free. Oh, and he covers up for a face-off. Mark Badger replaces Jason Favreau in defense. Set for the face-off. Oh, win by the opposite team. Shot, save by Glad. Zerlo tries to clear the puck. They score! From out of the corner, in front of the net, and he puts it between the legs of Glad. So at 13:52 of the first period, Mount St. Joseph High School takes a 1-0 lead. That was a power play goal for Mount St. Joseph. Cougars are back at full strength. It's a face-off. Cougars in center ice. The defenseman clears it. Eric Young and Lenny Filion across to John Bushy. Oh, and he can't make the play. Up to center. Mount St. Joseph carries it in the zone. They're still after it. Out in front. Oh, missed, and a save by Glad. Robbie Francis carries it into the zone. John Bushy. Oh. Bushy working. Filion comes in to help, and there's a whistle on the play. Northeastern has a line of Brian Bayshard, Eric Duto, and Jason Langlois out there. Mount St. Joseph wins the face-off. Zerlo shot from the point, and it's wide. Duto in the corner, still has it knocked away by number 8. Duto with it again. Bayshard behind the net. After it is Bayshard. He is hit. Number 10 clears it out to number 6. They break through center ice and miscue on the play, but they get it again. Bayshard out to center ice, and there was nobody there. Jason Langlois shoots it out in the center ice. Mount St. Joseph's breaking into the zone. A shot. Oh, wide. Just missed the far post. Cougars out to center ice. Eric to Brian Bayshard. Back past the center, and oh, broken up by number 30. Mount St. Joseph's out the puck, blocked. They shoot it into the Cougar zone and make changes on the play. Mark Badger skating out of the zone. Shoots at the center ice. Mark Duffy chasing the puck. It's cleared by the Mount St. Joseph's defenseman. Down the ice. No icing on the play. Mark Badger's up the boards. Mount St. Joseph's with the control of the puck in the Cougar zone. A shot, and it's blocked by the defenseman, and they break out. Chad Welch, Eric Young. And they lose the puck. And the puck is out over the playing surface. There's a stoppage of play, and the face-off will be in the center ice area. And ready for the face-off. Cougars win the face-off. Badger up the sideboards. Oh, kept in by Wagner. And it's out of the Mount St. Joseph zone. Wagner to Young, St. Joseph's through center ice. They're into the Cougar zone, a drop pass. Shot. Oh, there's a penalty on the play. It's a penalty to Mount St. Joe's for interference. And it's on number 7. Aaron Anderson for interference. Faceoff comes outside the zone. We have Robbie Francis for the Cougars. He wins the faceoff. Back to Mark Badger. Oh, kept in by the Mount St. Joseph forward. Badger through center ice. Bushy, take a shot. It's wide. Zerlo keeps it in. And it goes to Bushy. Bushy in the corner. Working for it. Francis with the puck, back to Badger, shot, and it's on. Lenny Filion with a shot, and a save by the goaltender. Mount St. Joseph's clears the puck down the ice to relieve the pressure. Zerlo with the puck in his own end, making a, oh, stalled, in all alone, he shoots, save by Glad. And they're in the corner, up to Lenny Filion. Lenny Filion shoots it across the ice to John Bushy, but he misses. It's back into the Cougar zone. Badger with it in the corner. It's up to Filion. Robbie Francis circles in his own zone. Oh, to Zerlo. Zerlo to Lenny Filion. Back to Zerlo, and they're into the Mount St. Joseph zone. Lenny Filion, oh, just misses the puck. Robbie Francis shoots the puck into the zone. The Cougars chase. Bushy behind the net. He gets the puck. Kept in by defense by Jason Favreau. Oh, and he's hit hard. Into the zone. A shot. Oh, and it's blocked by the defense. Another shot, and it's wide. Mount St. Joe's keeps it in the zone. Robbie Francis looking for someone in the clear. Circles in his own zone and starts to move out. And he's into the Mount St. Joe's zone, into the corner, around the defenseman. Out in front, but nobody's there. Mount St. Joe's breaks down too. Number 17 into the corner. Broken up by number 10, Eric Young. Lenny Filion behind his own net. Up the boards to John Bushy. Out to David Fitz. And we have a penalty on the play. The penalty is to Mount St. Joe's, number 4, Jeff Barrett. Face-off is just inside the Mount St. Joe's blue line. For the Cougars, we have Mark Duffy, Chad Welch, and Steve Wagner. And on defense, we have Eric Young and Mike Zerlo. This is a Cougar power play. Cleared down the ice by Mount St. Joe's. Eric Young behind his own net. It's up to Duffy, up to Welch. Cleared into the zone, and the Cougars are chasing. Wagner shoots it, and the goalie covers it up. The face-off is to the right of the Mount St. Joe's goaltender. Face-off won by Duffy. Back to the point. Zerlo to Young. Young shoots. Oh, it's weak. Wagner behind the net. Out front to Welch. And the goalie covers up on the play. Welch with a good opportunity, but the goaltender covers up on the play. Face off to the left. Duffy wins it back to Young. It's blocked by the forward. Young keeps it in. Welch from the point, a shot. And a save by the goaltender. Good work on this power play by the Cougars. With 7:54 left in the first period, it is still 1-0 Mount St. Joe's. Mount St. Joe's shoots the puck and it's the full length of the ice. Chasing it for the Cougars is number 30, Eric Schneider. Eric Schneider behind his own net clears it up for John Bushy. John Bushy across the ice to Lenny Filion. Filion shoots, saved by the goaltender. Bushy working for it in the corner but is knocked to the ice. It's cleared down the ice by number 10 for Mount St. Joe's. Mike Zerlo behind his own net, up to Lenny Filion as he cuts across his own crease. John Bushy with the puck in center ice. He's working his way through traffic. Oh, and there was an offside on the play. Face-off just outside the Mount St. Joe's blue line. Robbie Francis with the puck over to Lenny Filion. Lenny Filion into the zone. And it's hit by a Mount St. Joe's defenseman. Robbie Francis in the corner, working for the puck. There's two guys on him. Francis still after the puck. Lenny Filion's in there to help out his teammate. Up the boards to another Mount St. Joe player. John Bushy in the center is knocked off the puck and Mount St. Joe breaks out of their own end. Eric Schneider behind his own net clears it up the wing to Lenny Filion. Filion up to Francis. They're coming down. Johnny Bushy on the left side. Francis with a shot and a save by the goaltender. We have a line change for both teams. Now out for the Cougars is number 1, Robbie Boyer. Number 16, Chad Alger, and number 20, David Fitz. And on defense, we have a combination of Mike Zerlo and Jason Favreau. Mount St. Joe's up the side. They clear the zone. Number 10 breaks down the side. Through the center, he shoots, and it's wide. Another shot, and they put it in. A goal for Mount St. Joseph's High School. Puck is over the boards. With 6:16 left in the first period, Mount St. Joseph's has taken a 2-0 lead over the Northeastern Cougars in the championship game of this Cougar Classic. Mount St. Joe's working along the boards with the 2 against 2 in there. And they come up with it into the corner. Zerlo out in front, no, it's wide. Kept in by the Mount St. Joe's player, and it's cleared by Robbie Boyer. Cleared along the boards. Into the Cougar zone goes number 10 for Mount St. Joe's and cleared by number 17, Mike Zerlo. Larkin keeps it in again. Mike Zerlo with the puck. Up the side, Robbie Boyer. Chad Welch has it now. Cleared into the zone. Chad into the corner. Behind the net it goes to Steve Wagner. Oh, Chad Welch takes a hit. Out in front to Mark Duffy and it just pops off his stick. Oh, it slides by Mike Zerlo from the point. With control is number 11, Jason Favreau, up to Mark Duffy. And he can't control the puck. Mount St. Joe's into the zone. It's cleared by the Cougars. Pressuring is Mark Duffy and Chad Welch. Mount St. Joe's fires it the length of the ice, but it's on net, so there's no icing on the play. The shot, and it's wide. Mount St. Joe's applying pressure in the Cougar zone. but the Cougars clear the puck. Chad Welch just gets to get by him. Mark Duffy up the left side. Chad Welch skating through center ice. There's Steve Wagner on his left. Oh, and he's tripped up and in goal the Mount St. Joe's high school team. From the point, a shot, and it's just wide. It's kept in by the defenseman. Out in front, Glad pokes it away with his stick. Badger up the left side to Welch. Welch turns around, up through center ice. It's brought back in by a Mount St. Joe's player who's knocked to the ice, and the Cougars come out. We have Mark Duffy. Oh, knocked down to the ice. Eric Young grabs the puck for the Cougars and leaves it there. Steve Wagner keeps it in the zone. Now St. Joe's tries to clear it, but kept in by number 9, Mark Badger. They clear the zone. Eric Young is the only one back for the Cougars. Shot off the glass and down to the Mount St. Joe's blue line. Mount St. Joe's into the Cougar zone with a shot that's just wide. Steve Wagner clears the zone. Mount St. Joe's regains control, and they make a line change. Badger up to Bushy. Bushy down the right side into the corner, but a Mount St. Joe's player beats him to the puck. Behind the net goes the Mount St. Joe's player who's hit by Bushy. And we have a penalty on the play. And it's a high sticking penalty to number 14 for the Northeastern Cougars of John Bushy. The face-off will come outside the Mount St. Joe's blue line. Getting ready for the face-off for Mount St. Joe's, we have number 10, Jim Larkin. On wing, we have number 6, Jeff Randall, and number 8, Dalton Gustafson. And on defense for this power play, we have number 2, Mike Larkin, and number 3, Chris LaDouche. Lenny Fillon for the Cougars clears it to length of the ice. The penalty killers for this power play, we have Lenny Fillon, Robbie Francis, and on defense we have number 30 Eric Schneider and number 17 Mike Zerlo. Mount St. Joe with control in the Cougar zone, back to the defense. A shot blocked by Lenny Fillon and cleared the length of the ice, right on goal. To the right side we have number 2 Larkin, up to number 8 Gustafson, to Larkin down the right side into the Cougar zone. Into the corner, out front, no, it's missed. Number 8, Gustafson in the corner. With control, he skates out front, back of the net to number 10, Larkin. Oh, and he's knocked to the ice by number 30, Eric Schneider. He regains control and shoots it back into the corner to number 8, Gustafson. Oh, out front and missed. Back of the net to Larkin, out front. St. Joe's shoots, oh, and save by Mike Glad. A lot of pressure being applied by the Mount St. Joseph High School team on this power play. Cougars are doing a good job to contain him, though. We have a face-off to the right of Mike Glad. Mark Duffy on the face-off. Mount St. Joseph shoots it in. Oh, it's just wide of the net. Eric Schneider clears the zone, and it's all the way down the ice on goal. Number 4, Barrett, up the right side. Bushy blocks out in front to Duffy, and Duffy shoots it wide. Number 12, up the left side into the center ice. The shooting is blocked by the defenseman. Duffy, up the left side, up to center to Chad Welch. Welch through center ice, in over the blue line. Mark Duffy out front, it's blocked by the defenseman. Eric Schneider shoots it to the right side. Bushy puts a hit on his man. Zerlo. Back to Badger. Badger up to Bushy. Bushy coming down the right side. He shoots. Oh, and it's knocked away by number 2, Larkin. Oh, and we're going to have offsetting minor penalties. Number 14, John Bushy, and the number 2, Mike Larkin. We're going to have roughing penalties on both of them. With 28 seconds left in the first period, it is still 2-0 Mount St. Joseph's. The face-off outside of the Cougar zone. Seem to be having a little bit of confusion here on how many players are on the ice. Face-off won by Mount St. Joseph's. Cleared in by number 8, Gustafson. To the side is number 3. Larkin behind his net out front. And Eric Duto skating down the left side. He fires it into the zone and is hit. Into the zone comes Mount St. Joseph's, number 8. A shot is saved by Glad. Mount St. Joseph's, oh, just at the buzzer they get a shot on net. After the first period, we have the score, Northeastern Clinton 0 and the Mount St. Joseph's High School 2. All right. At the beginning of the second period, the Cougars are in their own zone. Mike Zerlo up the right side to Lenny Filion. Filion out to center ice, and it's through the stick of Robbie Francis, and Mount St. Joe's breaks into the zone. The defenseman with a shot, and it's wide. Lenny Filion up the right side. Robbie Francis back to Filion. Filion down, one-on-one. He shoots. Saved by the goaltender. Mount St. Joe's breaks down the left side. Taken out of the play by Robbie Francis. Broken up by Mike Zerlo. Zerlo to Lenny Filion. Back to Zerlo, and he misses the puck. Lenny Filion with a shot off the defenseman's leg, but Zerlo gets the puck. Filion with a shot, and it's just wide. Mount St. Joe's down the left side. Zerlo clears it into the zone, and we're going to have an icing on the play. Face-off will come back into the Northeastern Cougar zone to the right of Mike Glad. It's in the Cougar zone. Mark Badger in the right side corner. Up to Mike Duff. Steve Wagner back to defense and is cleared back in. Mount St. Joe's out front and it's wide. Chad Welch with the puck. Up through center ice to Mark Duffy. Steve Wagner clears it into the zone. Mount St. Joe's clears it in. Cleared by Eric Schneider. Up the right side, Chad Welch breaks into center. Into the zone, a shot, and it's deflected by the defenseman, and the goalie covers up for a stoppage of play. The face-off will be right to the right of Mount St. Joel's goaltender, number 1, Jim Beraldi. Cougars with control, a shot. Oh, the Cougars in front applying pressure, digging for the puck, but it's covered up by the goaltender. At 13:14 of the second period, the score is still Mount St. Joseph's 2, Northeastern Clinton 0. The face-off is to the right of Mount St. Joe's goaltender. Out for the Cougars is number 15, Robbie Francis, number 6, Lenny Filion, and number 14, Johnny Bushy. Mount St. Joe's defenseman hit off Robbie Francis, a shot and a save by the goaltender. Face-off is once again to the right of the Mount St. Joe's goaltender. The goaltender covers up on the play, and there'll be another face-off to the right of the goaltender. Face-off won by Francis. Lenny Filion digs for the puck. He has it in the corner. Down the right side comes Mount St. Joe's and cleared by number 30, Eric Schneider, and it deflects off the forward into... Oh, and a miscue by the Mount St. Joe's forward, and out goes Lenny Filion over the blue line, and there's an offside on the play. Puck was carried through center ice by number 30, Eric Schneider, who dumped it off on the blue line, and there was a Cougar in ahead of the play. So the faceoff will be outside the Mount St. Joseph's blue line. Out for the Cougars, Robbie Francis, Johnny Bushy, Lenny Filion, Eric Young, and Mike Zerlo. Young into the zone. Mount St. Joe defenseman clears the puck. It's back in. Cougars regain control. Bushy with the puck. Over to Robbie Francis, who loses the puck to a Mount St. Joe forward. Into the zone. Taken out by Mike Zerlo with a vicious hit. Out in front, Robbie Francis clears the zone. And it's kept in by a defenseman. Shot in front, Eric Young clears the puck. A shot, a save by Glad. Out over the blue line. Number 10, Larkin breaking in, but it's knocked off his stick by number 17, Mike Zerlo. Shot from the point, save, and cleared to the corner by Mike Zerlo. Mike Zerlo clears it up along the boards, and Bushy. It's shot back in, and there's Mike Zerlo into the corner with the puck. Up to Lenny Filion on the blue line. Lenny Filion down the right side. We're going to have a penalty to Mount St. Joe's, number 10, Jim Larkin, for holding. Penalty occurs at 11:33 of the second period. Face-off will occur on the Cougar side of the red line. On the power play for the Cougars, we have Mark Duffy, number 3, Steve Wagner, and number 19, Chad Welch. And on defense, Mike Zerlo, number 17, and number 30, Eric Schneider. Zerlo circling in his own zone, breaking up through the center to Schneider. Schneider with the puck. Oh, and he's hit off the puck. But Duffy regains control, works his way through center ice. Regains control of the puck, up to Chad Welch. Welch circles in center ice, taken by Zerlo. Zerlo fires it into the zone. Stopped by the Mount St. Joe's goaltender and cleared up the right side boards. And cleared down the zone by a Mount St. Joe's player. Schneider behind his own net looking for a player. Up to Chad Welch along the boards. Into the own zone, cleared back out over the red line by a Mount St. Joe's player. Zerlo in over the blue line, making moves. He's in, still in. In front of the net, he shoots. Oh, and it's wide. Chad Welch behind the net. Puck is fired from the blue line all the way down the ice. Mike Glad comes out of his net to play the puck. Eric Schneider behind his own net. Chad Welch building up steam. And we have a penalty to the Mount St. Joseph's player. And we have a slashing penalty. We have a slashing penalty to number 8. Dalton Gustafson from the Mount St. Joseph's High School team. He will go off for a minute and a half for slashing. Face-off will occur at the center ice red line. Out for the Cougars on this power play is Robbie Francis, Lenny Filion, and John Bushy. Number 11 is Jason Favre, up to Lenny Filion, over to Bushy. Bushy. Francis working for the puck in the corner. Bushy goes in after it along with his teammate. They both get Francis. Oh, miscue on the puck, and we're going to have a penalty on the play. Number 10 shoots the puck. Oh, and it's wide of the net. The penalty to the Northeast. The penalty to Northeastern is number 14. John Bushy. He has a minute and a half for hooking at 9:42 of the second period.
Gotta disagree with that penalty, Paul.
A shot from the point, deflected by number 8, Mark Badger, into the corner. Lenny Filion in after the puck, behind his own net. He's building up speed. Oh, and it's blocked by a forward. Lenny Filion working for the puck. Back to the Mount St. Joe defenseman, across to his other defenseman. He can't hold the puck. And Robbie Francis steals the puck down the right side. Out in front. Oh, broken up by the defenseman. Kept in by Mark Badger. Lenny Filion into the corner after the puck. Mount St. Joe's down the left side. Number 10, Larkin, a shot from a severe angle, and it's saved by Mike Glad. Turnaround, a shot, and it's on net, and it's a save by Glad. Lenny Filion with the puck on the left side. Brings it across ice to number 15, Robbie Francis. Loses control. Into the zone comes Mount St. Joe's. Oh, knocked off the puck is number 10, Jim Larkin. And we're going to have another penalty. The penalty is to the Northeastern Cougars. It's going to be a minute and a half slashing penalty. The penalty is to number 9, Mark Badger, minute and a half, for slashing. The penalty occurs at 8:32 of the second period, with Mount St. Joe's leading still 2-0. Out for the Cougars, Brian Bayshard. And on defense, we have Eric Young and Mike Zerlo. Cleared down the ice by Brian Bayshard. Brian Bayshard charging, then backs off. Up through center ice comes Mount St. Joe's. Down the right side, a shot on net, and it's a save by Glad, and he hangs on for the face-off. Cougars are showing a lot of work, being 2 men down. The face-off is won by Mount St. Joe's. Back to the defense, a shot, it's through. Oh, and it goes in. It's a goal for Mount St. Joe's. The goal comes at 8:04 of the second period. This now makes the score Mount St. Joe's 3, Northeastern Cougars no score. Cougars will now be at full strength with Eric Duto, Brian Bayshard, and Jason Langlois on the ice for the Cougars, with Mike Zerlo and Eric Young on defense. Zerlo up the right side. Cleared back down by Mount St. Joe's player. Young to Zerlo. Up to Duto, and he misses it. Chasing is Brian Bayshard, and it's by him down to the blue line, and Zerlo clears the zone once again. Zerlo in his own corner. Clears it up the board to Eric Duto. Eric Duto down the right side. Back to Duto, a shot. And it's over the net and out of play. Face-off will be to the right of the Mount St. Joe's goaltender. Face-off with Brian Bayshard. It's back to the point. Jason Favreau with a shot, and it's just wide. Mount St. Joe's clears the zone. Eric Schneider at his own blue line shoots it back up, and it gets by the Mount St. Joe's player, and chasing it is Jason Langlois. Kept in by Jason Favreau. Back into the corner. Eric Duto skates out of the corner. Across to 22, Jason Langlois, and it's wide. Behind the net, Langlois and Bayshard fighting for the puck. And it comes out with the Mount St. Joe's player up the left side to his own player. Through center ice, into the Cougar zone. And we have an icing on the play. With 6:49 left in the second period, the score is Mount St. Joe's 3 and the Cougars no score. Face-off will occur to the left this time of the Mount St. Joe's goaltender. Out of the zone comes their players. Eric Schneider behind his own net, being bothered. Gets past Lenny Filion outside the blue line. Mount St. Joe's clears the zone and they fire it in. Jason Favreau with the puck. Up to Robbie Francis through center. He has the pass. Johnny Bushy chasing the pass. Out to Lenny Filion, and it's wide. Lenny Filion, Robbie Francis, and Johnny Bushy putting on a beautiful show of pass work there in that play. And it just missed. Face-off will come outside the Mount St. Joe's blue line. Puck shot by Lenny Filion, deflected off the post and went out of play. So the face-off will come outside of the Mount St. Joe's blue line. Lenny Filion skating after the puck, takes his man out. Mount St. Joe's down the left side. We got the puck into the corner, out in front. A shot. Oh, and blocked by the defenseman, and Lenny Filion skating up the right side. In through center ice and over the blue line, and he just misses it. Oh, Eric Schneider breaks up the Mount St. Joe's player in full stride. Bushy fires the puck in behind the net, stopped by the goaltender. Cleared up the right side. Jason Favreau keeps the puck in. Behind the net, Bushy gets the puck and loses it. Mount St. Joe's shoots it. And we have a penalty to Mount St. Joseph's. Number 3, 2 minutes for checking from behind. Number 3 for Mount St. Joseph's is Chris Ladabouche. He has 2 minutes for checking from behind. Face-off is to the left of the Mount St. Joseph's goaltender, number 1, Jim Beraldi. Mount St. Joe's makes the line change. On this power play for the Cougars, we have last year known as the diaper line, number 4, Mark Duffy, number 19, Chad Welch, and number 3, Steve Wagner. On the point, we have Eric Young and Mike Zerlo. Young breaks up the play and clears the puck up the left side. Mount St. Joe's coming through center ice and shoots it into the zone. Eric Young going behind his own net. Coming up the right side to Chad Welch. Chad Welch, the puck gets by him. Mike Zerlo takes his man out of the play. Eric Young now with the puck up the left side, looking for a man. He gets Chad Welch in stride. Welch down the right side to Duffy. Duffy maneuvers. Zerlo keeps the puck in. And now a Mount St. Joe's player clears the puck to link to the ice. Mike Glad sets up the puck for defenseman number 10, Eric Young. Mount St. Joe's player shoots the puck, and Mark Duffy is in all alone. And broken up by number 10, Jim Larkin. Kept in by Eric Young. He shoots. Oh, and it's just wide. Zerlo with another shot. Oh, and they put it in. The Cougars are on the scoreboard. This goal for the Cougars comes at 4:33 of the second period. With now makes the score. Visitors, Mount St. Joseph's 3 and the Northeastern Cougars 1. Face off center ice. Robbie Francis, Lenny Filion, and John Bushy. It's into the Mount St. Joseph's zone. Bushy and Lenny Filion clearing. Lenny Filion intercepts the pass. He's still working for the puck, but Mount St. Joe's comes up with the puck. Through center ice, across the blue line. A shot deflected off a Northeastern defenseman and up out of play. The face-off will come to the right of goaltender Mike Glad. Cougars showing good pressure on that power play, but not to no avail. Cougars now with Rob Francis, Lenny Fan, John Bushy, Mark Badger, and Eric Schneider on defense. Francis breaks out of his own zone with Bushy on the left. And back to Francis. Francis cuts across. It's a shot and a save by the goaltender. Mount St. Joe's clears the zone through center ice. Across the blue line, taken out of the play. Cleared away by Mike Glad. Robbie Francis out of his own zone. Across the blue line. Building up ahead of steam all across the blue line. Lenny Filion falling behind, but can't receive the pass. Mark Badger into his own zone. Taken out of the play. But Mark Badger fights for the puck. He comes out with the puck. And we're going to have a penalty to Mount St. Joe's. And we have a Northeastern player down on the ice. Number 14, Johnny Bushy. The penalty to the Mount St. Joseph's players, number 8, Dalton Gustafson. A minute and a half for high sticking and a minute and a half for cross-checking. Coach Fred Stone, Dave Haru, and Bill Conover attending to John Bushy's welfare. As John Bushy skates off the ice under his own power. We have 3:19 left in the second period with the score Mount St. Joe's 3, Northeastern Clinton 1. And the faceoff will be held just outside the Mount St. Joe's blue line. The Cougars on this power play will send out the line of Mark Duffy, Chad Welch, and Steve Wagner, with Jason Favreau and Mike Zerlo on the points. Cougars look good on their last power play. Let's see if they can come out to any avail on this power play. Mike Zerlo across ice, kept in by Mount St. Joe's player. Zerlo turns around and falls and loses the puck behind the net. Steve Wagner fighting for the puck with a Mount St. Joe's player. The face-off will be to the left of goaltender Mike Glad. Face-off won by Mark Duffy. Wagner down the left side. Mike Zerlo comes up with the puck. Oh, and he has it knocked off his stick but regains possession. Mike Zerlo through center ice, circling, and fires it into the Mount St. Joe's zone. Charging is number 3, Steve Wagner. Mark Duffy. Oh, and it's cleared the length of the ice by a Mount St. Joe's player. Mike Zerlo in the right corner, looking for somebody. Oh, and it's hit in the. Up the boards goes Jason Favreau to Chad Welch. Back to Favreau. Zerlo with the puck, weaving his way through traffic down to the blue line, looking for somebody. Chad Welch with the puck along the blue line over to Jason Favreau. Favreau back to Zerlo. Zerlo chasing for the puck, fires it in the zone. And we have a penalty on the play. And I believe the penalty is against the goaltender. The penalty is to number 1, Jim Baraldi. He has 2 minutes for slashing, as the referee tells the coach that he has to put a man from the ice in the box. So Mount St. Joe's receives another penalty. Mount St. Joe's is now 2 men down on this Cougar power play. Number 10, Larkin through center ice, weaving and dodging players. Lenny Filion behind his own net. Working up through center ice. Down the right side, he fires it into the zone and keeps after it. Out in front is Robbie Francis. He tries to center it, but it's knocked by Mount St. Joe's player. Kept in by number 9, Mark Badger. Across the ice to Eric Young. Eric Young with a shot. It's wide. Lenny Filion. And it's just wide. Back out through center ice, we have Mark Badger with the puck. John Bushy back out. Through center, it's knocked away. Bushy has it again. Bushy looking for somebody to go to. Bushy circling, he shoots. Robbie Francis. And it's just over the net. Lenny Filion out front, a shot, and it's blocked by the defenseman. Young tries to keep the puck in, but it hops over his stick. Robbie Francis with the puck again at center ice. He fires, it's deflected by a player. Francis with the puck in the Mount St. Joe's zone. Out to Lenny Filion, a shot, and it's blocked by the Mount St. Joe's player. Another shot, and it's saved by the goaltender. Out in front, Robbie Francis fighting for the puck. And it's cleared down the ice by a Mount St. Joe's player. Mike Glad out of his net to help the defenseman. Eric Young skates out of the zone. Building up speed through center ice. Out in front to Bushy with the puck, he shoots. And we have a little altercation going on after the play. Players are getting a little feisty after the play. It's been a really even game. And we have penalties on the play. Number 15, Robbie Francis for Northeastern has 1.5 minutes. And number 5 for Mount St. Joseph also has 1.5 minutes. Number 5 for Mount St. Joseph's, Greg Sebastos. The Cougars are still supporting a power play, I believe. Yes, they are. The goaltender is attending to minor repairs on his equipment. Face-off to the left of the Mount St. Joe's goaltender, kept in by Zerlo, shot, and it's saved by the goaltender. Mark Duffy in the corner. He tries to clear it to the defenseman, but it's intercepted and shot on net by Glad. Glad clears it to the side. And at the end of the second period, the score is Mount St. Joe's 3 and the Cougars of Northeastern Clinton 1.
Opening moments here of the third period. Our play-by-play man, Paul Conover, is out soaking in the hot chocolate. And we're stuck here with the opening moments. He showed up, and I'm going to hand the microphone over to him.
Cougars, John Bushy, up the left side. Mount St. Joe's fires it down the ice. And there's an icing on the call. Face-off will be to the right of goaltender Jim Beraldi of Mount St. Joe's. John Bushy on the face-off. Along the boards, Bushy tries to get it, but it gets by him. Down the right side. Zerlo to Lenny Filion. Zerlo through center ice. Down the left side. Along the boards, he fires it into the corner. Mount St. Joe's tries to clear it up the left side. to number 8, Gustafson, through center. Weaving and bobbing over the blue line. Past the center, but it's missed. Shot by the defenseman wide into the right side corner. Lenny Filion breaks through center ice. And it's knocked away by the Mount St. Joe's defenseman. Across the blue lines, number 8 with a shot, and it's just wide. Kept in by number 10. In the center, broken up by Northeastern, but Mount St. Joe's retrieves the puck. A shot, and it's just wide again. And down the ice as a result of the shot. Mount St. Joe's behind their own net. Fires it up the right side. Chad Welch. A shot across the Mount St. Joe's player. He clears it into the zone. Chased by number 30, Eric Schneider. Down the left side. Passes it off a skate of a Mount St. Joe's player, and Mark Duffy gets the puck. He shoots off the stick, saved by the goaltender, and Wagner digging diligently. And there's a stoppage of play. Face-off will be to the right of goaltender Jim Baraldi of Mount St. Joe's. The diaper line for the Cougars on this. Mark Duffy. Chad Welch into the corner, fighting for the puck. Misses a check. Wagner behind the net. It's cleared out and kept in at the point by Eric Young. Oh, and the puck just crosses the plane of the blue line, so the face-off will come outside of the Mount St. Joseph's blue line. At 12:39 of the third period, the score is still Mount St. Joe's 3, Northeastern 1. Eric Young shoots it into the zone. Chasing it is Chad Welch. Cleared by the Mount St. Joe's player to the defense. Oh, and it's out over the blue line. Eric Schneider could not keep the puck inside the blue line. It hopped over a stick. Into the zone because Mount St. Joe's a shot. Oh, and it's in the net. Just gets by goaltender Mike Glad. This goal for Mount St. Joseph's 12-20 brings the score to Mount St. Joseph's 4, Northeastern Clinton 1. Mount St. Joe's in center ice. They get the puck over the blue line into the Cougar zone. They still have it out front. The shot wide behind the net. Up to Chad Welch. He loses it. Shot back into the Cougar zone again. Through center ice comes Mike Zerlo. Mike Zerlo weaving and bobbing through players and loses it at the blue line. It's fired out by St. Joe's player into the Cougar zone. They shoot it in front. A player standing. Oh, and it's broken up. And through center ice come the Cougars. Chad Welch loses the puck off his skate. Through center ice, Mount St. Joe's into the Cougar zone. Across through the crease. The defenseman with a shot from the point, and it's saved by Mike Glad. Mike Zerlo with the puck. He fires it, deflected off a Mount St. Joe's player, kept in. They're circling, and a shot and then saved by Mike Glad. The face-off will come to the right of Northeastern Clinton goaltender Mike Glad. Out there for the Cougars, we have center Brian Bayshard with Jason Langlois and Eric Duto. Langlois fighting for the puck is deflected, and the face-off will come outside the Mount St. Joseph's blue line. On defense, we have Eric Young and number 8, Mark Badger. Mount St. Joe's in their own zone, up through center ice, down the left side. Into the Cougar zone, behind the Cougars net, and we have a whistle. The faceoff will come outside the Cougars' blue line because Mount St. Joseph's had a player standing in the Northeastern Clinton goal crease. Into the Cougar zone. Brian Bayshard through center to number 22, Jason Langlois. He shoots on net. Saved by the goaltender. Jason into the corner. He falls to the ice and the puck is he still has it out in front. A shot on net and it's a save by the goaltender. A save by Mount St. John's goaltender, Jim Beraldi. And the faceoff will come to the left of his goal crease. Robbie Francis, Johnny Bushy, and Lenny Filion. The line for the Cougars. Mike Zerlo on the point. He chases it down into his own end. Behind his net, he fires it along the boards. Lenny Filion has it deflect off his stick into center ice. John Bushy fighting for the puck, and Mount St. Joe's comes up with it. Lenny Filion in center ice with the puck. Bushy fighting for the puck along the board, and Lenny Filion comes out with the puck, and it's knocked off his stick back into the zone, and we have an offside on the play. At 9:58 of the third period, the score, Mount St. Joe's 4 and Northeastern Clinton 1. Take this face-off. Robbie Francis wins the draw. It's into the Cougar zone, number 6. Into the corner goes 2 Cougar players. It's a shot and they score. Mount St. Joseph's out of the corner, in front of the net and in the net. So with that goal at 9:45 of the third period makes the score now Mount St. Joseph's 5 and Northeastern Clinton 1. And Northeastern Clinton, we're having a goaltender change. Mike Glad is being replaced by number 31, freshman goaltender Jean Bernard. Up until this season, Jean had not played competitive hockey and has showed very good potential for a freshman goaltender. Few of the Cougar players. Face-off is at center ice following the goal from Mount St. Joe's. New Cougar goaltender. Back to the Mount St. Joe's blue line. It's kept in by Lenny Filion. Lenny digging for the puck. It's cleared behind the net. John Bush had it go off his stick. Out over the blue line. Mount St. Joe's breaks in. It's cleared away by Mike Zerlo. Lenny Filion. We have a face-off on the Mount St. Joe's side of the red line. Out for the Cougars is number 15, Robbie Francis. Number 6, Lenny Filion, and number 14, John Bushy. Bushy sweeps and misses the puck. Into the zone. Behind the net is number 14 for Mount St. Joe's. And we have a high stick. So the face-off will be to the right of Mount St. Joe's goaltender, number 1, Jim Beraldi. Out for Mount St. Joe's is number 5, Greg Sebastiso. Number 7, Aaron Anderson. And as they break into the Cougar zone, it's into the left-hand corner. The Cougars clear the zone. It's out into center ice area. Chad Alger is chasing the puck. Robbie Boyer out there, as along with David Fitz. Into the Cougar zone. The puck is brought up along the boards by Robbie Boyer, who has it go off his stick. Mount St. Joe's up to center ice, into the zone. There's a shot, and a save by Jean Bernard. Into center ice. The Cougars regain it at their own blue line. Chad Alger is brought in offside. So the faceoff will come outside. Pardon me, the faceoff will come the far side of the red line. Northeastern has their infamous diaper line consisting of Mark Duffy, Steve Wagner, and number 19, Chad Welch. The puck is cleared but kept in by Mount St. Joe's. Mike Zillo working for the puck. He carries it, shoots it behind his own net, and it's out of play. Face-off will come to the right of goaltender Jean Bernard. The face-off was won by the Cougars, Mark Duffy. This hops over the defenseman's stick, and Mark Duffy is in all alone on the goaltender. He shoots, hits the post, but they score! Chad Welch following on the play, puts the puck into an empty net. Mark Duffy worked his way down, hit the post, and the puck came out into the crease area, and Chad Welch poked it home. The play developed when the puck evaded the Mount St. Joe defenseman, and Mark Duffy in full stride picked up the puck, carried it in, shot off the post, and then into the net. Welch with the puck along the board. Mike Zerlo up the side. Chad Welch shoots it into the zone, but it's taken out of the play. Mount St. Joe's behind their own net. Up the right side, through center. They go down the left side. Mike Zillo takes his man out of the play and gets the puck. Oh, and Mount St. Joe's has scored. At 7:22 of the third period, the score stands Mount St. Joe's 5 and the Northeastern Clinton Cougars 2. This game being for the championship of the 4th annual Cougar Classic. Mount St. Joe's into the Cougar zone. It's in the center ice. Chad Welch with a shot from the blue line, a rising shot out of the rink. Northeastern Clinton offside on the play, so the faceoff will come outside of the Mount St. Joseph's blue line. Face-off, they're fighting for it, and it's shot out of the rink again. The face-off will be just outside of the Mount St. Joe's blue line, with Robbie Francis, John Bushy, and Lenny Philly on the line for the Cougars. Hoping to give them a little spark with only 7 minutes remaining in this championship game. It's into the Mount St. Joe's zone. John Bushy with a hit. And we have a penalty. This one going to Mount St. Joseph's, number 15, Bernie Adams. He receives 1.5 minutes for high sticking. At 6:50 of the third period, the Cougars will go on a power play. This power play, we have Robbie Francis out there with Brian Bayshard and John Bushy. On the points, we have Mark Badger and Mike Zerlo. Through center, we got Robbie Francis coming down, and it's cleared out of the zone by the Mount St. Joe's player, Zerlo. To Badger. Badger down the right side is taken out of the play, but gets the puck in. Bushy in the corner, moves away from a player, but is knocked to the ice. Bayshard with a hit. Out in front, oh, and it's shot through the crease, but nobody was there. Back to the point, Badger, back to Bayshard. Bayshard has the puck jump over his stick. Out in front to Francis. A shot is blocked by the defenseman. Puck back to Badger. Badger shoots, and it's just wide. Francis, they score! Robbie Francis on a rebound from a shot from Mark Badger. So with this goal by the Northeastern Clinton Cougars at 6 minutes of the third period, brings them to within 3 of the Mount St. Joseph High School team. As the score now stands at 6-3. Lenny Fillion at center ice with the puck. He fires it into the zone. The defenseman chases it behind his net, shoots it around. Off the boards, down the right side goes number 10, taken out of the puck by Lenny Fillion. Down comes Mike Zerlo. He shoots, and it's wide. Number 15, Robbie Francis, picks up the puck, and there's an offside, but Northeastern clears the zone, so it's nullified. Number 10 takes a shot, and it's just wide. The Cougars at center ice trying to get the puck from the Mount St. Joe's players, but they fire it in. And there's an icing on the play. The face-off will come to the left of St. Joseph's goaltender, number 1, Jim Baraldi. With 5:14 left in the third period, the Cougars are down by 3. With the face-off deep in the Mount St. Joe's zone. Brian Bayshard on the face-off. Mount St. Joe's clears it. Jason Langlois back to the point with a shot. Oh, just missed by Brian Bayshard. He charges to the corner. He gets the puck, looking for an opening. Out in front to a player. Oh, and miscued by the Northeastern player. And we have a penalty on the play. The penalty is to number 22 for Northeastern Clinton, Jason Langlois. He has 2 minutes for slashing at 4:50 of the third period. The face-off just outside the Northeastern blue line, won by Mount St. John's, but stolen by Chad Welch as Steve Wagner charges his own. It's cleared back into Cougar territory. Eric Schneider fighting for the puck. He gets it. Tries to clear the zone, but kept in. Oh, 2 Cougar players collide. The Cougars, Mike Zerlo. Oh, and we have a penalty to a Mount St. Joe's player. To number 10, Jim Larkin. He has 1.5 minutes for hooking. The time of the penalty is 4:21 of the third period. This nullifies the Mount St. Joe's power play. So the Cougars will be on a power play for 29 seconds. Mike Zerlo back to Badger. Badger behind his own net. He stops, looks, comes back out the left side, up to Duffy tries to hit Wagner, but it's too far in front of him. They clear it down the ice, and there's no icing on the play. The referee waved it off. Mike Zillow from his own zone, building up steam, weaves through traffic. He's coming down over the blue line to the left side. Out in front, Steve Wagner is knocked around and can't get a shot off, and the puck is knocked up into the ceiling. The faceoff will be held to the left of Mount St. Joseph's goaltender, number 1, Jim Baraldi. With 3:40 left in the third period, the score is Northeastern Clinton 3, Mount St. Joseph 6. Cougars still down by 3. Looking for that fourth goal. They're in their own zone. Number 10, Eric Young, fires it up the side. Intercepted by number 19, Chad Welch. He breaks through the center and loses footing and falls to the ice. Mount St. Joe's and through center ice. They fire, and it's knocked down by a Northeastern player, and Mount St. Joe's regains control. Northeastern getting bottled up in the center ice area. They can't seem to get anywhere. Mark Badger in his own zone with the puck. Steve Wagner tries to break out in front of the net. Eric Young breaks up the right side to Mark Duffy. Mark Duffy has to go off his stick. Mark Badger with the puck. Cross ice to Steve Wagner. Wagner down. Makes a few moves, gets by a player. Behind their own net, Mount St. Joe's clears the puck around. Shot by the defenseman, it's through, and it's just wide and covered up by goaltender Jim Baraldi. So with only 2:27 left in the third period, the Cougars are down by 3. Looking to bring that margin to within 1 in the very near future. These two teams playing for the championship of the 4th annual Cougar Classic. Out in front, and it's just missed. John Bushy in the corner looking for an opening. He finds a man. Oh, and it's miscued by Lenny Filion. Back to the point. He shoots in front, and they score! The goal by number 15, Robbie Francis. This goal came at 2:08 of the third period, which brings the Cougars within 2 of the Mount St. Joseph's High School team. The face-off, Mount St. Joe's brings it in across the line. A shot, and it's blocked by the defenseman. They keep it in along the boards, and a hit by Mike Zerlo. And it's shot out. Robbie Francis over the blue line, working through traffic, but gets it knocked off his stick. Shot down into the center ice area. Mike Zerlo with the puck. Lenny Filion through center ice, and he gets the puck back. Looking for an opening, but can't find one. Mike Zerlo takes a hit. Jason Favreau in the corner, trying to get the puck out of his own zone. John Bushy there giving him a hand. Oh, and there's a stoppage of play as the puck was frozen along the sideboards. With 1:22 left in the third period, the score, Mount St. Joe's 6, Northeastern Clinton 4. With 1:22 left in this championship game, the Cougars are putting everything they got. They're throwing everything at them. Just hoping for a break. Face-off just inside the blue line. Draw was won by Brian Bayshard. Mount St. Joe's keeps it in behind the net. Mike Zerlo shoots it up the sideboards. It's through center. Mount St. Joe's keeps it in the zone. A shot deflected by number 9, Mark Badger, and the puck clears the zone. The faceoff will be just inside the Cougar blue line with 1:07 now left in the third period. Cougars have out there Brian Bayshard, Eric Duto, and Jason Langlois. Langlois blocks the pass, carries it through center, gets it into the zone, but it's broken up by a Mount St. Joe's player. Mike Zerl. Brian Bayshard up to center to Eric Duto. Eric Duto in over the line, shoots the puck in, and it's covered up by the goaltender. Very nonchalant stop by the goaltender. Cougars make a line change. They bring out once again their diaper line, consisting of Mark Duffy, Chad Welch, and Steve Wagner. On defense, we have Mike Zerlo and number 30, Eric Schneider. Mount St. Joe's breaks in the zone. They shoot and it's wide. Into the Cougar zone. Steve Wagner clears it around the boards with 24 seconds left now in the third period. And Jean Bernard covers the puck to cause a stoppage in play. With 18 seconds left in this championship game, the Cougars are down by 2, with Mount St. Joe's leading 6-4. The face-off is going to be to the left of Northeastern goaltender Jean Bernard. Mark Duffy wins the face-off. It's back into the corner. Mount St. Joe retains control out front, and a miscue by a Mount St. Joe's player, and it's out to center ice. So the final in the championship game of the Northeastern Clinton Cougar Classic is Mount St. Joseph's High School 6 and the Northeastern Clinton Cougars 4. As both